Hello people, this is Kerry Anderson. Hope you all doing well. In today's video, I will be talking about the diabetic stomach management strategies for clinicians or patients. So if you like the video related to my health, I would like to request you all please do subscribe the channel, hit the bell icon or give thumbs up so that I will come up with more and more videos with lots and lots of information. So here we begin, let's go. Delayed gastric emptying or gastroparesis represent the far end of the spectrum of dysmotility disorder, collectively referred to as diabetic gastropathy or a diabetic stomach. The diabetic stomach is a manifestation of diabetic autonomic neuropathy. It is characterized by potentially debilitating gastrointestinal symptoms and can also interfere with glucoregulation by contributing to a vicious cycle of delayed emptying of food or oral medication. The result may be late glycemic peak followed by hyperglycemia and further delays in gastric emptying, or by hypoglycemia secondary to retention of food in the stomach. The goal of treatment of diabetic gastropathy is not only to prevent morbidity by controlling gastrointestinal manifestation, but also to enhance glucoregulation and thus better control the basic diabetic process. Herein, strategies are processed for controlling symptoms and improving glycemic control in patients with manifestation of the diabetic stomach. Delayed gastric emptying or gastroparesis is a well-known problem in patients with diabetes mellitus 1 issue 5. It is at the far end of the spectrum of motility disorder, collectively referred to as diabetic gastropathy or the diabetic stomach. Although often believed to be more common in patients with type 1 diabetes, it is actually also quite common in patients with type 2 diabetes. In one study of diabetic patients receiving oral hypoglycemic therapy, 30% were found to have delayed emptying of solid. A substantial proportion of patients with either type 1 or type 2 diabetes mellitus have scintigraphic evidence of delayed gastric emptying of radiolabeled solid meal, which may or may not manifest in clinical symptoms till 6-7. Conversely, many patients may have symptoms such as nausea, vomiting, early satiety, bloating, and abdominal discomfort or pain and yet have normal gastric emptying. Diabetic gastropathy is thought to be a manifestation of autonomic neuropathy. The underlying cause of diabetic neuropathy as well as other complications of diabetes is hyperglycemia, while the entire gastrointestinal tract may be affected by autonomic neuropathy. We have a growing awareness of the role of the diabetic stomach, in particular as a locus of a vicious cycle of delayed gastric emptying, poor glycemic regulation, and ascending hyperglycemia. The purpose of this brief review is to focus attention on the importance of early intervention in the development of diabetic gastropathy in order to prevent the debilitating symptoms associated with it and to improve quality of life. Pathway of diabetic autonomic neuropathy. The pathopsychology of the neuropathic complication of diabetes follows one of at least two pathways. The first is non-enzymatic glycosylation, which occur when a persistently elevated blood glucose level result in the excessive glycosylation of protein such as hemoglobin, other circulating molecule, and cellular structure. This leads to the development of advanced glycosylation and product, impairing the normal function of tissues including collagen and basement membranes of cell and capillaries. The second pathway is enhanced activity of the polyol pathway, in which glucose is converted to sorbitol via the enzyme aldose reductase. The result in a decrease in tissue myocytol with far-reaching effect throughout the nervous system. As the integrity of cellular information including the sodium potassium and pace system, is disrupted. Nerve conduction velocity is diminished, and the anatomy of nerve fiber is altered. Diabetic neuropathy can impair function anywhere in the nervous system. In the gastrointestinal tract, it causes in effect an autovagotomy. In addition, hyperglycemia results in cellular anatomic disruption throughout the gastrointestinal tract, but especially in the stomach. Nerve cell may swell with the loss of myelinated fiber, and smooth muscle cell may become rounded and hyalinized in the stomach. Motility may be reduced in the antrum and proximal stomach. There may also be pylospasm. Hyperglycemia also has secretory effects in the stomach, including decreased secretion of hydrochloric acid. The net result of these changes is a reduction in effective emptying, starting first with indigestible solid, then progressing to digestible solid, and eventually to liquid. The myoelectric and neuroanatomic consequence of hyperglycemia may be accentuated by abnormal secretion of various hormones, including glucagon, gastrin, cholecystokinin, and gastric inhibitory peptide in patients with diabetes. So that's all about the diabetes in this video. I hope you all liked it. For everyone, I prepared a small presentation that will be going to share in the description box below. You can check it out from there. So before signing off, I would like to request you all please to like, share, subscribe this video with your loved one so that they will get to know better. So this is Kerry and this is signing off. We will definitely meet in the next video with my other content. Till then, God bless you. Bye bye.